impress people. But this is not the only aspect of Star Wars that we are putting into practice. We will defeat the Empire too.
I think this is the first war in the developed world that is a smartphone war. When you think of the effectiveness of getting a message shared and the captive attention that you can get and the buzz you can generate, if that doesn't create some sort of empathy and an urgency to action, then I don't know what will.
Tech is always moving to the development and to identifying the best use cases how to do it. So I believe that tech is a crucial industry for us to rebuild.
This is a special piece for Ukraine. There's two different types of hologram that we're going to be making. Quiet please everybody, we're going to go for take now. Here we go, and action.
We need to use next generation technologies. We need to make it feel like he's more in the world.
I don't think that I ever seen this technology before.
And my question to you. Go for it.
Really appreciate your time. Great to meet you. Thank you.
It has been an enlightening experience to be part of this today.
This is an important message from someone who's working day and night for the Ukrainian people.
We're listening, Niall.
Oh, very nice, man. That's super cool.
Awesome.
It's never been more important that the free world stands as one with the people of Ukraine.
Building Ukraine together, free and digital. Thank you and glory to Ukraine.
We need to use next generation technologies. We need to make it feel like he's more in the world. We need to use next generation technologies. We need to make it feel like he's more in the world.
I don't think that I ever seen this technology before.
I think this is the first war in the developed world that is a smartphone war. When you think of the effectiveness of getting a message shared and the captive attention that you can get and the buzz you can generate, if that doesn't create some sort of empathy and an urgency to action, then I don't know what will.
At Europe's biggest technology event, a digital appearance from Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. In a hologram projection, Zelensky told some of the world's biggest tech firms they have a unique opportunity to invest in Ukraine's digital future, even as Russia's invasion continues.
Digital infrastructure is the most stable and efficient one during the war. And now we offer the world's leading tech companies a digital Lend-Lease, as Lend-Lease helped save Europe and the world from tyranny during World War II. The digital Lend-Lease can now become a key contributor to the victory of democracy.
Referencing a policy used by the US during World War II, a Lend-Lease allows an allied country to offer aid without paying cash. On the agreement, a repayment would come in another form. His address at the Paris-based conference comes as Ukrainian tech startups are represented there for the first time, against the backdrop of Moscow's war. 14 Ukrainian companies are participating, continuing operations even after some were forced to flee.
It's really hard to work when you were in the underground shelter. You don't have any access to Wi-Fi. Our key goal was to reach safe places and then to continue our operations.
Ukrainian tech companies are not going to do business in Ukraine right now. So they have to become global like this. And that's the beauty of tech, because tech is global.
Zelensky said Kyiv would lay out a plan that would create a digital government at the Ukraine Recovery Conference in Switzerland in July.
100% cashless and paperless. 100% cashless and paperless.
Hello, everyone. We are coming to you from across Europe. Listen to this lineup. Brilliant minds in Stockholm.
Civitek, that's in Paris, the Next Web in Amsterdam, and from Founders Forum just outside London.
We are also very excited to include Super Return in Berlin, London Tech Week, AI Summit, and Dublin Tech Summit.
I'm Gail King at CBS News.
I'm Amanda Holden, actress and TV host.
I'm Ira Kai, tech founder, CEO, and proud British Ukrainian.
Most of us are lucky to live stable and normal lives.
But for my friends, my colleagues and collaborators in Ukraine, life has become an existential struggle.
Everything they know has been turned upside down in just a few months.
Thousands have lost their lives and many more have lost loved ones.
Millions of people have been forced to flee their homes and escape their own country with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a few meager possessions. Sorry.
For those who cannot hear the president talk live, you're in luck. Technology, we've got it. And the social networks will ensure his words are just a click away.
His holographic address will travel far and wide in augmented reality. With luck, the president's message will inspire the worldwide tech community into action in support of his cause.
Technology has so many applications, but today we want to use it to its full potential.
It truly is a united tech and creative community who want to rally behind this very important cause.
And they are delighted, and delighted is a word here, to say they have the opportunity to do some real, tangible good right this second.
We can take action by withdrawing technology from the Russian leadership, by building technologies that can help the Ukrainian war effort, by backing startups,
by outsourcing development to a talented Ukrainian workforce, and by inspiring and motivating whoever we can
to keep the message alive.
Please welcome my hero,
President Zelensky.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a time of super opportunities. It's no longer a science fiction that artificial intelligence is now as smart as humans. It's not just in the news. This is the reality. Data from state registers, banks, and other sensitive information is stored in cloud services. Perhaps it's unusual for presidents or heads of government to use a hologram to address people, but this is not the only aspect of Star Wars that we are putting into practice. We will defeat the Empire too. Well, it's obvious that all of these technological possibilities can change public life. They can simplify government to people and government to business relations. No bureaucracy, no corruption, no delays. For the first time in human history, the state is 100% comfortable for people. That is our goal. And we can make it real. We have already proved that digital infrastructure is the most stable and efficient one during the war. And now we offer the world's leading tech companies a digital Lend-Lease. That is our offer to you. Just as Lend-Lease helped save Europe and the world from tyranny during World War II, the digital Lend-Lease can now become a key contributor to the victory of democracy in the struggle against an empire that hates everything modern. It's in Ukraine, and right now that we can release the most advanced technologies to help people and protect institutions during this war. The most mobile digital governance, where all services to people and companies will be provided online quickly and without officials. 100% cashless and paperless, distance learning and telemedicine, which are crucial during the war. And of course, the use of artificial intelligence in the judiciary and the notary system. No other country in the world will offer you such a chance to use the most advanced technologies at the state level. It's an experiment, a digital revolution, and the modernization of the current system all at the same time. Ukraine is a chance for you, for your companies, your technologies, knowledge, expertise, and investments. All of these can show their value and do it in Ukraine. That is why we offer the digital land lease. In the coming weeks, at the conference in Lugano, Switzerland, dedicated to the reconstruction of Ukraine, we will set out the details of this plan. And right after this conference, you can also join the digital revolution in Ukraine, in Europe, and in the world through our state platform, United 24. We are launching a major digital initiative, Digital for Freedom. Everyone will be able to contribute to the development of digital infrastructure the way you like, building new history together, building new Ukraine together, free, brave, and digital. Thank you, and glory to Ukraine.
That was quite something. We have a little message from the Prime Minister, who also wanted to show his support, and then Brent and I will come up on stage. Please take a picture of this QR code and send it wide. That is his address in augmented reality, available right now.
Pope Francis and the Ukrainian president have only met in person once. That meeting took place in February of 2020. Volodymyr Zelensky asked the Pope for help liberating prisoners of war captured by Russians. Zelensky expressed his gratitude to the Pope on social media and recognized his work for peace. 2 years after their meeting on Saturday, February 26th, they spoke on the phone. The Pope expressed his sorrow over the war in Ukraine. Following their conversation, the Ukrainian embassy to the Holy See reported on Twitter that the Pope had expressed his deepest pain over the tragic events unfolding in Ukraine. Their conversation took place while dramatic news arrived of bombardments on the streets of Kiev. The Pope used Ukrainian and Russian on his Twitter account to speak out against the war. His Twitter account also showed an image of Christ on the cross with the hashtag "Let us pray together for Ukraine." As with their previous meeting, President Zelensky tweeted his thanks for the Pope's prayers for peace in Ukraine and for a ceasefire. The people of Ukraine feel the spiritual support of His Holiness, he wrote.
But it's the truth. Then we go on to the law of Moses. And in Leviticus 19, we have a provision for the poor. Leviticus 19, verses 9 and 10. These are ordinances that Moses gave to Israel.